We have had some very highly controlled experiments in which we have looked at um, growth of students and their attributes of the habits of mind and their effects on teachers. One that stands out is one done in North Carolina. And this research was with gifted underachievers. These were students in the first three grades, kindergarten, first and second year. And these were from schools that in rural North Carolina. They came from impoverished schools with a lot of ethnic minorities. And in the history of these schools, there have been very few gifted children identified. And so the Department of Public Instruction of North Carolina says there's something wrong. This can't be that there are so few gifted children being identified from these environments. Let's do something to see if we can't identify more of them. And so Ben Akalik, my co-author, and I worked for 3 years with teachers from these schools in kindergarten, first and second grade. So the children had 3 years of habits of mind training. We also had a control group in which no training was given with the habits of mind. At the end of the third year, these children went on to third grade. Now, in North Carolina, children are identified as gifted by the third grade teacher. And so what the controlled experiment was to look at the number of students who were identified as gifted in the habits of mind group as compared with those in the control group who had no habits of mind. We found that 30% of the students from the habits of mind group were identified and recommended for gifted education, whereas only 10% of the students from the non-habits of mind group were recommended. And so this was startling because never had they had that many students being recommended before. So there was something going on there. It was either in the perception of the teachers about the behaviors of the students from the habits of mind group that they said, this is different. These kids are doing something different. They're much more mature. They were metacognitive. Furthermore, students at these 3 grade levels were observed in classroom. They were interviewed, and videotapes were taken of them interacting with their other students. They found not only did they use the vocabulary of the habits of mind, but they actually did become better problem solvers, more clear and precise in their language, more thoughtful and less impulsive in their responsive.